Hey everybody, today I have a very important topic that I want to go over, and that is how to break addictions without suffering. And you can only achieve that by finding a separate source of dopamine that does not involve the drug that you usually used for that dopamine hit. I have a long list of dopamine secreting activities that I want to share with you that you can use to leverage dopamine so that you don't feel the craving or the temptation to go back to using your drug of choice. Usually it's sugar or maybe some other drug you're addicted to. Some of these things include drawing a bath, journaling, all of these self-care modalities, and also shopping. And so I want to take a moment here and thank Ana Luisa for giving me this dopamine hit every few months when they send me their beautiful jewelry. And because we are approaching Mother's Day, I want to share with you the latest shipment that I got. And you're going to see me rock these jewelry pieces for the next few months, I am sure, because that's usually what I do after every time I get a new shipment. So right now you can see me wearing the Jonah bracelets. I ordered a lot of silver. In the past, you've probably seen me rock a lot of gold, but I felt like I need to expand my silver collection. So this is called Jonah on their website. And this is Arlo in silver. I really love bracelets that look like that. They're very minimalistic, modern. This is exactly my type of fashion. And this is the Elise silver earrings because they have them in gold as well. Additional things that I got, let me show you real quickly. I got this Colette bracelet. I love the green and it matches another one that I had bought, which is the Lee green earrings. Look how beautiful. So I have a matching earring and bracelet set now. I also got the Sure's bracelet that matches the earrings that I had ordered for the Christmas campaign. And these Andra earrings are so pretty. I've been wearing them a lot lately. And the Hadley bracelet is also another obsession of mine. Look how pretty. You can see I love this type of bracelet. I got it in silver and a similar design in gold plate. You can take advantage of my code DRZALDIVAR20 to get 20% off if you would like to treat your mom on this Mother's Day with some beautiful Ana Luisa jewelry that is going to last a very long time because they do not tarnish. All right, let's continue on with the list of activities that you can use to release dopamine to prevent a craving or a temptation, especially in the initial 90 days of sobriety, which is when you are most vulnerable because this is the amount of time really it takes your brain to regenerate its D2 receptors. Actually, it takes 2 years, but the first 90 days are crucial because you have a lot of regeneration happening. For me, shopping releases dopamine. For somebody else, that might not work. I know my husband hates shopping. For him, it actually stresses him out. And so definitely that wouldn't work for him if he wants to try and overcome a craving or a temptation. You have to find what works for you. Some of the things that I've noticed that work for me and for a lot of my clients are the following: drawing a bath, journaling that releases the stress of keeping your emotions bottled up. Also, I forgot to mention something about the shopping. For me, it's also the physical activity of changing into clothes and putting on my makeup and getting out of the house and seeing other people and then walking in the mall. All of those things release dopamine for me, on top of the fact that I enjoy looking at different clothes, fashion, and things like that, and picking out certain items. So it's not like you have to spend a ton of money. It's more about the act of going out. It's like the whole activity. So for me, online shopping doesn't really release the same amount of dopamine that I would get from actually physically going to the mall and having to get dressed up and all that kind of stuff. You can schedule a mani-pedi, or you can go to the hairdresser, get a new hairstyle, blow dry, something like that. You can treat yourself with a face mask. Just feeling like you're taking care of your skin or of your body, it actually releases some dopamine. I know it does for me. I love to use the Spearhead soaps. I know you loved this brand when I talked about it in my recent lifestyle video. It smells so good, and it's animal based. I know most of my audience is carnivore, and so you're gonna love this type of self-care. You can use my code Dr. Sarah to get 10% off on spearheadsoaps.com. Getting a massage, either from a massage chair. I know I have a massage chair that definitely does the trick for me. Or you can get a massage from an actual person. There's a whole field of study that looks at how much dopamine you release by being touched by another person. So the human touch is a strong stimulator for dopamine release. Taking a yoga class, I know I've done that when I've been trying to fight an urge. I'll just go on YouTube. There's a ton of free yoga classes, or doing meditation. I've used Headspace app before and it definitely works for me. You can go for a walk or a jog. This active forward motion forces the brain to release dopamine. You can take your dog for a walk, or you can cuddle with your dog, and that releases also oxytocin and dopamine. You can light candles because beautiful scents also put you in this better mood and release dopamine. And so as you can see, Vellum Street here, they sent me this beautiful animal base. They've used beef tallow candles. And this one is lavender marshmallow. I love it. I don't have a code for you. Unfortunately, they don't do that just yet. Maybe in the future I can share that with you, but check them out. They've sent me a bunch of stuff that are animal based that I absolutely love. So lighting candles, ideally from non-toxic candles like Vellum Street, would be a good idea. Also, having sex releases an insane amount of dopamine, or just human touch like getting a hug that releases also oxytocin. All of those things are helpful. Taking a nap, resting or relaxing. A lot of us type A's, we feel so much guilt about taking a nap that we end up getting ourselves in such a low dopamine state because we're pushing and pushing and pushing to the point where we break, and then we go and we binge or we use again or we relapse. So giving yourself a break when you are dealing with a sugar addiction, that we know sugar is far more addictive than heroin. I've talked extensively about that. So you got to give yourself a break, especially in the first 90 days to even the first 2 years until you really get sober. And you want to take it easy in those periods and give yourself a chance to relax or take a nap if you need it. You can watch a movie, take a dance class if you enjoy that. If you hate dancing, it's not going to work for you. So you have to figure out what are activities that release dopamine in your brain. Schedule a spa day or listen to nature sounds that are very calming, like the sound of water, the sound of rain. What I love more than the list that I just mentioned is layering them one on top of another. So for example, you could take a bath and light beautiful candles and listen to relaxing content or music. And on top of that, use a massage bath mat. They actually sell massage bath mats that give you this jet of water that massages you as you're in the bath. Or if you have a jacuzzi at home, that's even better. You can use those jets in order to give you a massage on top of a warm bath. Add in the magnesium, it also relaxes you. You can also get in the bath and have some online shopping going on and use music or nature sounds. Now, with the online shopping, just pay attention if you develop an addiction to it, because that has been shown to happen. Then in that case, that's not a helpful strategy. For me, I don't think I'm developing an addiction to it. I can very easily moderate it, and just a tiny amount is good enough for me to exit that craving or that temptation. Also, you can use a primal mental power that we have that is activated by our mirror neurons. What does that mean? Our mirror neurons is a set of brain cells that are constantly looking at what other people are doing and pushes us to mimic them. So if you are surrounded by people who are wasting their lives away, are unmotivated, then when you look at them, you have an almost subconscious pull to mimic what they're doing. This is why they say you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with. It's true. And that's because of the mirror neurons. And the mirror neurons are not affected by addiction, because we know that the addiction kind of hijacks your brain and suppresses your willpower and discipline part of your brain, that prefrontal cortex here. So you don't have as much discipline as you would like, especially in the initial stages of sobriety. And so what can you do? You can take advantage of those mirror neurons. And the way you do that is by surrounding yourself with people who are doing the right thing by getting sober. So you can Join a tribe that is mimicking the life that you would like to have. So that could be an addiction support meeting, like those group coaching sessions that I do all the time or as other people are doing. You can get therapy, whether it's scheduled or on demand. So you can do a scheduled therapy session every week, or if something happens and you get into this really bad negative mood state that you're about to relapse, just get online and find and get an on-demand therapy session. I don't know if BetterHelp.com does that. I'll have to check if you can do like on-demand, on-the-spot therapy session. Also, you can call a friend, or if you're in AA, you can call a sponsor and tell them how you're feeling. Also, you can watch sugar addiction podcasts and interviews. They also allow you to activate that mirror neuron and feel like you're surrounded by people who understand what's going on. And another powerful tip, I'm going to steal that from Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's a neuroscientist at Stanford. He's got excellent content on his YouTube channel. He talks a lot about leveraging the dopamine. And the way you do that is, if you're feeling like you're in a low dopamine state, what you can do is do something that actually puts you in an even lower dopamine state that feels really hard. So if you're feeling super demotivated, actually forcing yourself to get up and run is going to stress you out even more and get you even lower in terms of dopamine levels. But that's because the lower your dopamine gets, the faster your body starts to create dopamine to get you out of it. And so you can actually get out of this lower dopamine state by doing something that pushes you even deeper into that low dopamine state. They call it the trough. And you're going to snap back out of this low dopamine state faster than if you were to just stay on that couch. It could take you hours for the body and brain to regulate its dopamine levels, when you can instead just allow this whole thing to happen in the span of 1 hour, and you snap back out of it within 1 hour, and now you have more time to be able to be productive. Those are my tips. Stay tuned for more tips like that, and join my group coaching sessions if you want to activate those mirror neurons and at the same time learn new hacks, new tools, and everything that I am bringing to my audience. You'll be the first to know. And also, I want to thank Ana Luisa one last time for sending me all these beautiful jewelry. And don't forget to use my code DRZALDIVAR20 to get 20% off, especially we're right around Mother's Day. You can treat your moms with this gorgeous, long-lasting, high-quality, modern jewelry line. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.